in the room. I chopped my hair off. I kind of even want it shorter. So you guys let me know what you think, but I'm getting married in 6 months, so I don't want to, like, you know, cut it all the way off, I guess, but I also have 6 months to grow it back out, so I don't know. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my acne care routine. If you guys have been here over the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks or so, you know I've been going through some, like, pubescent level acne at age 31, and this happens every once in a while where my body just decides something has hurt her feelings and that she's going to express herself by just pummeling me with zits all over my face. It has recently been kind of stress acne caused by other acne, caused by hormonal acne, caused by irritation from other products and things like that. So while I can't really pinpoint the exact cause each time, there are certain measures that I take to remedy the situation in real time. You will see in a second when I show you the clip of before I put my makeup on that it actually has gotten precipitously better in the last week since I filmed, so I will show you guys that, but it's still not like a-okay. I did, however, just put in an order at Curology for the first time ever in my life. I guess when you talk about acne and search things about acne enough on your phone, you just start getting ads for acne stuff, and so I went ahead and bit the bullet, so expect a video on that at some point, but that is not what this video is about today. This is about my sort of real-time remedies when I know that I need to get back to a healthy routine with my skin. You guys know I'm trying things all the time, and so I am kind of asking for disaster a lot of times, unless something is like an amazing product that is definitely going to work for me, is going to have like short-term and long-term benefits that are just amazing and instant. A lot of times, I will throw my skin one too many curveballs. Things like this will happen, and I just have to kind of field the consequences. So I'm going to give you guys kind of my, like, get back to center acne routine, and it includes skincare essentials and also some makeup. So guys, without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, makeup-wise, before we kind of touch on the skincare, I wanted to go ahead and share something with you guys that I discovered recently that I don't think is necessarily like new, but they keep coming out with different renditions of it, and so I just keep seeing it. I had never tried anything from IT Cosmetics, but I found this, and it was during their Friends and Family, and it is their Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream, and it is a CC cream. I had been trying a previous CC cream that you saw on my like Glossier Glow video last week. This is very much not a makeup. It is much more of just a color corrector, and it does its job, and that is what I expect of it, but this is a makeup. This is awesome, you guys. I will go ahead and start a clip here of me putting it on right before I started filming this video. I can't say enough about this stuff. It is kind of freaky because CC creams start off a different color than you think that they should. They look really, really dark, and I put it on my skin and I'm like really bracing myself for it to just not match at all. And then as you sort of spread it out, it color corrects and adjusts for your skin tone. I'm very pale. This is their second lightest shade. This is the shade Light. I got the shade Light because I wanted to also order their kind of blemish correcting Bye Breakout Full Coverage Treatment Concealer, and I wanted to get it in a contrasting shade, and so it really only left me with one option, which was the palest shade, which is Fair. And so that is why I went with Light on the foundation, but I was really afraid that it was going to be too dark, but it isn't. It's kind of a crazy perfect match, and I really, really like it. It's got SPF 50 plus UVA, UVB, broad spectrum physical sunscreen, and this combo here has been a godsend over the last week. I got it in the mail, I think, on Monday, and the first time that I used it, I was just like so pleased because it covers everything so quickly. This is not sponsored, I wish it were. Covers everything so quickly, so beautifully. This is a Bye Breakout Concealer, but it works really well under the eyes too. I found that it doesn't really crease, and it's not super heavy, but it does have great coverage. And it doesn't say that it's necessarily a color correcting concealer, but it does kind of go on in that same way that almost seems a little bit cool toned for my skin, and then it seems to sort of adjust. I do not know what the technology is here, but I am very pleased with it. I think it is fantastic. I'm actually going to be sharing a foundation later this week that gave me a very different experience, so stay tuned for that. I don't just love everything that I use, but I love the level of coverage on this. This is just so great. Ooh, and it comes with a pump. I love this delivery system. This is a really, really great package. So I am so far like 100% 10 out of 10 on IT Cosmetics because these are the first products that I've ever used from IT Cosmetics, and where have I been? Where have I been? This is brilliant. I love this, especially if you're dealing with breakouts and you're worried that your makeup is contributing to your breakouts. Like, this is so fantastic because you can kind of rest assured, peace of mind, that this is helping, not hurting. So as for skincare regimen situation when I'm kind of trying to get back to center. So one of the first things that I'll do is just kind of quit using whatever the crazy stuff I have been using was, you know what I mean? Like, obviously that's pretty, that's pretty intuitive. And I will get back to using like my Milky Jelly cleanser from Glossier. It's just a very unoffensive facial cleanser. And I will use that like exfoliating brush that I shared with you guys in a previous video from DAFUQ. I'll use that because essentially any acne medication or any acne kind of treatment that you're gonna put on your skin, at least for me, it makes my skin peel a lot. I'm already really dry, and so putting more drying stuff on my skin in order to, at least in the targeted areas, try and kill that acne or knock it back usually results in a lot of cell turnover, and I'm just prone to that anyway, just like things flaking. I don't like to over exfoliate with my acne because you can kind of do too much and irritate your skin, but just a gentle kind of exfoliant maybe once, twice a week to get rid of that like outer layer of just skin that's trying to slough off anyway can make a big difference. Another big thing is make sure that you're cleaning your towels, your brushes, your beauty blender, and your pillowcases. I mean, these are just kind of intuitive things again, but if your skin is freaking out, it's nice to at least like cross one thing off the list that it's like, okay, I'm not doing more harm than good by just like not washing my brushes, you know? So one of my mainstays for adult acne, right? Okay, I'm 31. I am not using like Differin gel or like Stridex wipes. Who knows if that would work, but like for some reason, I just want to treat my acne differently. It does suck. It is very crappy acne, but it is a different level of crappy acne than I had when I was like 16, 17 years old. So I have found really good results with this guy. This is the Paula's Choice Resist. It's got like cat hair in it. Paula's Choice Resist Intensive Wrinkle Repair Retinol Serum. This is a retinol serum for anti-aging, but retinol has an amazing effect for me on acne. It does a really, really good job of knocking everything back without doing that like AHA, BHA thing of drawing everything out. I'm convinced, and this is why on Tuesday of this week I am getting a chemical peel, I'm convinced that there is actually like an archaeological dig of sin underneath my skin. Just total filth from like decades of nonsense. I have no idea what I did in a previous life to deserve the layers of crap that are underneath my skin, but these like AHA, BHAs that are supposed to kind of like renew and redeem your skin and bring it back to the start, you know, and just kind of like push everything out once and for all. I can't be there for it. Like, I do not have the wherewithal in my soul to live out that process. I can't sustain the process. It just lasts for so long and it's so painful, and the zits are like under the skin and cystic and horrible, and it just brings them forth. I am a cosmetologist, and yes, that licenses me to technically do like facials and things like that, but I never did any kind of professional esthetician work, and so I'm sure that there are viewers out there, in fact, I've heard from you already before, that are estheticians with experience. Tell me why the AHA, BHAs do that for me, why they just absolutely break me out nonstop. I'm serious, it just goes on forever. I haven't found one yet that I can consistently use because it just drags everything out of the woodwork and doesn't stop, and it's so painful, it's awful. So just going for it, getting the chemical peel, but this doesn't do that. This retinol serum does not do that. It also doesn't do this like crazy retinol thing where it just like completely overdries my skin like a prescription Retin A or something like that. It's very gentle. It's actually really nourishing. It's like a really, really nice texture of a serum. It's kind of like an oil serum, and so it does feel like your skin's kind of drinking it up if you need things like that, but it's not greasy by any means. Like, it goes away pretty quickly. I should say, if you're going to use a retinol or really any acne medication on your skin, you are making your skin more vulnerable to sun damage, so always use an SPF, Period. End of story. Even if you are going to wear makeup and your makeup has SPF in it, I still highly recommend the Glossier Invisible Shield. It's the best facial sunscreen I've ever used. It is so lightweight, it doesn't irritate my skin, it's incredibly gentle, and it smells really nice. So, and it works, you know. We had talked about this before, and it's kind of funny because it'll fall off my radar, and then every once in a while, one of my viewers will be like, Khaki, use your Crazer on that acne, and oh my god, it's so true, you guys. So this is my high frequency machine. This is a really great tool for healing. It is just essentially reminding your skin to heal itself. It's awesome. It just gives it little micro shocks and it goes, hey buddies, remember me up here dying? Like, please help. So it does. It sends help and it heals things. I've heard that it does really well for eczema. I experienced really no help with this from my psoriasis standpoint, but that is really beside the point. We're talking about acne here. This does a great job of healing acne. If you did not hear my horror story / amazing story of it actually making this weird zit on the outside of my nose a couple months ago, like burst forth, and it was actually...
Yes, inside the lump was my twin.
Actually was a nose hair that had traveled all the way from the inside of my nose to the outside of my nose, and this made it procure forth, and it was incredible. This does make a huge difference. I've gotten pretty aggressive with it. I am not responsible for injuries caused by your skincare choices here, but I have, me personally, been using this on like a pretty medium setting where like I can really feel it. Like if I'm gonna do it around my eyes or something like that, then I use a very, very gentle setting, but when I need to like, I've got one that's like cystic, like right here, I'll make sure I can kind of feel a little bit of sting there, you know what I mean? But again, I am not responsible for skincare injuries. Use this as directed and at your own risk. But I have never experienced any adverse reaction from using this. I've never experienced a burn, I've never experienced irritation. It appears, even though it does kind of give you a sensation on the top of your skin, it appears to really only work underneath the surface. So I've never experienced like a burst capillary or anything like that. However, I have gotten some comments from some viewers who said that they have rosacea and to not use it on rosacea because it will contribute to burst capillaries in that scenario. So definitely be careful, do some reading before you use something like this, but this really, really helps with my acne, and I get pretty darn good results from it kind of overnight. I will just sort of give it all one good go around my face, and I will see that it just sort of like calms everything down overnight. Okay, 2 more things. One, when I need to burn something to the ground, I use this. This is the MURAD Acne Spot Fast Fix. This is a pretty empty tube of it. This is horrible packaging. For whatever reason, this cap allows the product to just consistently leak. So I have to store it like this. If I throw it in my makeup bag, it will just get everywhere. I'm like, guys, can we improve on this? Not the greatest packaging, but it is a phenomenal product if you need to just, if you're like angry at this zit that won't go away and you just want it, you don't care if you dry it to the bone, you just want it to go the frick away. This is a 3.5% benzoyl peroxide acne treatment. Do not put this on your whole face. It will hurt. This is not screwing around, this stuff right here. I got a sample of it one time and it lasted me forever, and so when I finally bought this again, this also has lasted me forever to the point that this bottle is really disgusting looking, but it does really do the job. You don't need a lot of it and you feel it working. That's how strong it is. You feel it working. I really will only use this in emergencies because it's super, super strong. My skin is very sensitive, but there are definitely times where I'm just like, look, zit. It's time to have a come to Jesus, okay? Like, you're not the boss of me, and this is my enforcer. And then finally, guys, I still use this. I use this every single day, and when I forget to use it, I notice. Because it stays in my refrigerator, so I don't always remember to use it, especially after I've already put my makeup on, but at night I always use this. This is the Mother Dirt AO Plus Mist for face and body. I think part of why my face broke out was because I was traveling, and I didn't take this with me because I wanted it to stay in the refrigerator, which is not necessarily necessary. You can take it with you and it will live for like 4 weeks outside of the refrigerator, but it just lasts a lot longer if you keep it in the fridge. So what is this? This is a bacteria spray, essentially. It is what are called peacekeeper bacteria. It carries what are called peacekeeper bacteria, and you spray it on your face and it basically goes in there and just says kumbaya with all of your bacteria. It's like, hey, I know you were trying to pull a fast one on khaki. I don't know what you are disgruntled about, but let's talk about it. And that's what this does. It goes and it talks to all my bacteria, and it's like, hey guys, let's just work together here. It's better when we don't fight. I find that the main thing that this does is it clears up that bacterial acne that tends to happen right around here. I get like breakouts from lip gloss, from touching my face, from eating. It's just like the pleasures of having super sensitive skin. And this, I feel like, goes to work against that, against the face touching, and against the maybe a dirty brush or a dirty pillowcase or a dirty towel or whatever comes in contact with my face that day, a potato chip hand, you know what I mean? Like, I just, who knows? Who knows what I'm doing to my face kind of absent-mindedly? And so this is awesome because it just goes in, not necessarily for the hormonal stuff, like Lord knows, but for the sort of surface level acne, it knocks that kind of stuff out. So like all those little shitty milia that I get around my mouth right here, this knocks that out when I remember to use it. I have to remember to use it. In fact, I need to use it right now. And I always use it last. I use it just kind of on this part of my face. I don't really need it everywhere, but I use it last because they actually tell you it should be the last step in whatever your routine is. So before you go to bed, if you've already done your skincare, spritz this on your face, put it back in the fridge. And in the morning, after I get done doing my makeup, I try and remember to then spray my face so that over the course of the day, it's doing its job. Yeah, they just don't want you kind of moving it around with your hands. So it's not like you don't put it on first because then you will probably just like disturb it. So it's better to be kind of like the last thing that touches your face. I don't pretend to have all the answers here. Acne is a horrible beast. She is like a thief in the night, stealing my confidence, robbing me of my time, because I sit there in the mirror and just try and fix things, which, let's be honest, I'm not fixing anything when I'm sitting there in the mirror, like trying to squeeze stuff on my face. But these are the things that, when I am at my best, I find help a lot with emergency breakouts, like I get, like the one that I have right now. And I also cannot say enough, like I said, about the ability to cover these things effectively and know that you're doing more good than harm with the makeup that you are using. There is something so nice about, at least for the course of the day while you're wearing your makeup, to just forget that the acne is there. It gives me great peace of mind. Yes, it is a short-term solution, but it is just such a gift to not have to worry about it all day, every day. So yes, when I'm sleeping, I do all these skincare things, and there are a lot of other skincare things I use. A lot of things that I use to kind of calm my skin that I didn't include here. So like, you know, don't just beat your skin up. Also use whatever, you know, calming mask or things like that that you find are helpful for you. But yeah, I just, I'm very, 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 very happy that I bought these. So these are fantastic. I love them. So this is my kind of acne regimen right now. Like I said, I do have Curology coming in the mail, so expect a review on that. I'm actually really excited about it. I didn't realize that, and they're not sponsoring me, although, I mean, honestly, I'd be happy to partner with them if it works, but their service offers a, like, all the time consulting doctor, like a dermatologist that can help you kind of tweak your formula going forward. That is so smart. So I'm really, really excited about that, because not all of us have access to, you know, a specialist all the time. Like most of us, if you even have insurance, a specialist copay is a lot. And, you know, sometimes you'll just kind of like do what you can to make it work instead of going back and trying to like get a precise regimen for yourself. So I think it's really cool if it works. So I'm going to give that a shot and I will report back. I know that a couple of you guys had also mentioned Curology, so if you ended up trying it, let me know. So yeah, guys, if you liked this and you like just seeing my work in progress, my life, how I live it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you did. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you had a lovely weekend. I will see you in the next one. Bye.